I just shot a drone. A boom boom drone.
Well, all right, there's that. And then I'll go here. This.
When surprise breakdowns happen.
What's going on right now?
Ben, what's going on, man? They got an interview today with the Wild Iraqi. So, like, I just got home, went to the bathroom, and now we're here. So, what's that? Keys? Well, so how was your guys' day? How have you been doing?
Don't worry, guys. Echo in a 1v5 clutch. Here we go. If Echo wins this, I will.
I was saying that, like, in the meantime, I was gonna like play a game, but I didn't get home in time, so I was just watching this video. I think. What did I tell her? I'm fairly certain.
30th of April, 2027.
Where was it? Yeah, okay, 7. It was 7. If it was 7:30, it'd been a little different. But 7. Not bad. Just getting stuff ready for the move and cleaning. Oh yeah, you gotta tell me when you're moving, like specifically, so I can. Like, there's not much I could do other than give you words of encouragement. Survive the weather. Summer not the best for. Oh, dude, I feel that. Is it also very humid where you are too?
5 times in 8 rounds. What was going on? That was fucking not dying.
Down to 10 seconds. Down to 5 seconds.
Oi, oi, oi.
Bomb located.
Yeah, constant swamp ass. Yep. Yeah, same here. Yeah, and you gotta get the baby powder or whatever. I know that feeling. It's not a good feeling. I'm gonna be officially moved out at the end of the month, but it's spending the first week in the new place. Oh, okay, nice, nice. I bet it'll be so nice to get out of that, I guess, do nothing town. I don't know. I mean, you're close to the border. Probably something interesting happens at some point. You know, that's a good shout. I might have to get some ice for this water, brother.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I am quite clean with stuff I do in this game. Not always, but sometimes.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's how would there be a card game scene there at all? But now you'll be in Tucson, so I mean, just about any place is better than that. Not gonna lie to you. So, but now, I mean, are you excited to finally be at a place that has like civilization all around you and not just like on one street? Also, it'd be a lot easier to get to you now because I won't have to go there and then drive south for like another 3 hours.
I knew that was someone on white.
Oi, oi, oi.
One friendly remaining.
What do you mean by crazy? I don't know much about Tucson. Literally, when people talk about Arizona, it's never Tucson.
Op 4, last operator standing.
Oh my goodness!
Yo, that'd be crazy. Yeah, no, I was just watching a YouTube video of a dude I watched that plays the same game I do. It's funny because I will do a face reveal in like 20, 30,
15 seconds left.
5. If I have the dates right, it'd be like 2030. It'd be Halloween 2035.
5 seconds
The desync on that shotgun is so stressful. Like the time between bullets. Yo, I'm waiting for the. I know you guys are all. Yo, well played. Yo, well played.
Oi, oi, oi.
Can you imagine being gold 1 in Rainbow Six Siege, not top 50 champ?
Yeah, that'd be insane. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you look at it, it's actually, I'm just a white dude. It's like, oh, dude.
Say he isn't a keeper.
Yeah, but there's a Cthulhu knows what I look like. Homie's a day zero. He's been friends with him for I'd say like 12 years. Just like Zerd, if you remember Zerd. We all used to know each other. It was back a day. Back a day. Yeah, dude, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
Me, Bambito, is what I'm trying to find out. End stream, I beg. Guys, I'm doing 100 rounds. I can't. That joke went hard on. No, because I'm doing viewer right. Do you want me not to play with you guys?
Bomb located by Op 4.
I'm beating my meat, so she called me a freak. I'm feeling like Rick and beating my dick, calling me thick. Hey, but really, I'm kind of slick. Sorry, I'll shop. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, Bambito. Hey, can we get a fucking love on the chat for Bambito?
Yeah, brother. At some point, I gotta make my way out there. Closest I'm gonna be at least this year is Texas, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen?
Don't worry about it. I'm not that kind of streamer.
Yo, it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day, dude. I want to rebuild that deck. I know it won't be anywhere near as good as it is. This is without all the pendulum summoning and all this other crazy shit that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh. But like, yeah. If you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh or anything about like card games, you know, picture you're playing, right? Your mom's watching you, and your mom sees the same thing happen for like the last 10 turns. So she just picks up your deck and leaves. Yeah. That was great.
Not again.
For the nostalgia factor, I want to build that deck again. Hopefully the cards aren't that expensive.
Oi, oi, oi.
That was so clean as well. I was gonna get in the and I was gonna go back on cams and then
Hey, if that's true, I'm gonna build a Gusto deck just because I thought they looked kind of cool. A Deskbot deck because I never got a chance to finish it. I was gonna get the 6 Sams again. I was gonna get Yosenjis again because they're funny. And then yeah, I was gonna build the Ghost Hunt Dust Trick mill your entire deck every turn deck. As the main character of the show. Yeah, the rules are ridiculous. It's not the same game and it's not fun. I'll just collect the cards. Magic, on the other hand, I do actually still like playing Magic though.
Yes or no?
We never won some of the day yet, dude.
Throws a gun to my head to try and tell
Oh,
me
it's
what you
great.
said, I would be dead.
Oh, but also, Lander, you ready?
It's tung tung tung.
So the best part about like playing card games, at least for me, right? I'm not playing to win. I'm playing to make sure that your deck doesn't. So if your deck doesn't go off because you've milled everything, banished face down, and you can't see it, man, that sucks for you.
You can say that a few times if you want.
10 seconds left.
Unless you're light swords. I hate you. I hate you for light swords.
Register. Why? Just. Oh, it's him. 7 in the chat. It's him. Bro, why is he reinforcing that? Not reinforcing that. Not put a cap
Alrighty.
on that.
There's my Fugi.
Yo, hello.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Yeah, I just got off work, so I'm excited. Finally get to rest my dogs, brother.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that, man.
I gotta get the lo-fi on, brother. Ooh, good lord. Do you have a Fugi or no?
I do not.
Okay.
I've been thinking about making one because Leaflet just released her little AI VTuber thingy just the other, what was it, yesterday, I think.
I'm gonna have to give that a look. I saw it and people complaining and yada yada yada, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, there's so many legacy artists that are so mad over it. It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's like I'm not surprised in the slightest. So
Yeah, I mean, I literally started like I try to limit my exposure on X just because like it doesn't matter where I go. There's tons of posts that are just like rage bait posts, right? So I try to like limit my exposure to X deliberately. That being said, I've seen quite a few posts talking about how buying parts to build your own like quality gaming PC as like a starter setup for an actual gaming PC is cheaper than what some of these artists and riggers are charging to get a VTuber model set up.
it's kind of crazy because like the setup that I got was originally like I want to say 700 something like that, and then I just slapped a bunch of new parts in it when I got the chance to, and so like all together maybe it's like 2,500. But then I've seen people charge like
Oi, oi, oi.
$5 to $6 for one model.
$6,000, $6 dude. I could buy 2 used cars for that price.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't justify that. And even if I was a big streamer, man, big old rich guy, yeah, I can't justify that either. That's ridiculous. I was like, I'm gonna be getting like the biggest tax write-off.
Yeah, this was a business expense. Yeah, IRS looking at your taxes like, you got a VTuber model as a business expense? Yeah, because it's how I make my money, bitch. VTuber model as a business.
I was like, I don't know if they'd rock with that, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the IRS, but then again, I don't think anybody is.
And no, not even the Joker was. So
Yeah.
but,
I may be a criminal psychopath, but even I won't mess with the IRS.
very wise words from a very insane man. Well, I mean, you've seen this, right? You've seen what I do, right?
I did try to do a little bit of brushing up. I noticed that a lot of the live streams that you've done are like, let's get to know this person and that person, and then I've seen a little bit of your reaction videos and whatnot. I've seen that you reacted to I think it was Shoe on Head's newest video.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But all right, well, since you kind of know how this goes, obviously, first question, without doxing yourself, tell the chat a little bit about yourself.
So, since you already know more or less, my name's Highlander. I used to be known as a Wild Iraqi, but that name was a branching off of another name that started off as an inside joke between my cousin and I. And the reason I changed my name from Wild Iraqi to Highlander is because when a new viewer would try to look up my channel and they type in a Wild Iraqi, what they would get is like a swarm of news segments from the Middle East. So, they're trying to find a Wild Iraqi, the guy that makes AI music videos, and they would get news segment, AI music video maker, news. So that was reason number one I changed my name.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then the second reason was why I went for Highlander in particular was because for like 7 of the 8 years that I was on For Honor, it's a fighting game. I used to main a character known as Highlander, who is like, I don't know, almost 6 foot tall and wields a claymore that's got like a 5 foot long blade. Went with that because Highlander's my boy on that game, and yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I make AI music videos. There's music was my second love, right? Cars were my first love before I could even walk, and then music sort of became my second love. And like after a while of listening to so many different bands and so many different genres and so many different vibes for music, like it gets to a point where it's like you want to start hearing music that nobody else is creating. But the traditional way of making music, in order for one person to make songs that nobody else is making, you gotta buy your drum set, you gotta buy the synth pads, you gotta buy the software for mixing and layering everything, you gotta buy your guitars, and then you know, if you start getting crazy like what I did with some of my songs where I'm utilizing orchestral elements, you know, if I were to do the traditional method of putting music together, that would also mean I'm buying a violin and a cello and a trumpet and a trombone and a baritone and a tuba, and it gets extremely expensive extremely fast. And then there's the time you got to take to learn each and every one of those instruments, and then you got to go through the time of layering each one individually to try to make it sound like you've got a whole cohesive band. And frankly, I thank AI for entering the creative art space, because it streamlines the process and makes it cost so much cheaper for starters than it would be to just buy, you know, $6,000 worth of instruments and then spend a year to a year and a half putting the layers together to make one song. And you're gonna say something?
No, go on.
Oh yeah. So I just part of it was I wanted to make music that nobody else was making, and another part of it was before I had gotten into the AI music thing, I had tried becoming a DJ, and I was just telling people this on Nasky's stream yesterday, where the main reason why I stopped pursuing the DJ thing is because after I had spent like 2 or 3 weeks putting a set list together and then practicing recording all the mixing in one shot, I got hit with a copyright strike for that mix. It was an hour-long mix, and one song threatened a copyright strike on my channel when I had less than 200 subscribers at the time. So I wasn't even monetized, and I had a copyright strike threatened against my channel. And it's like, unless you're in the know of what copyrighted music is and is not allowed to be played on a DJ mix, which is covered under fair use, you're never going to know what song you play is going to hit your channel with a copyright strike. So using AI to make music, it's a way to get to put music on your channel and use music for, say, background tracks. Like, let's say you got a game music video that you want to put together where you're stitching clips of, you know, gameplay from games that you've played, but you want music to go with it, but you don't want to get hit with a copyright claim because you used some record label's music. You know, that's one aspect where AI music can come into play. And then DJ Arkham, who's a good friend of mine, he's recently growing his channel. He's been a DJ for over 20 years, I want to say, and he started DJing with AI music from the Skybrowse and Skybrowse adjacent communities that have been coming out, because there's no threat for a copyright strike against his channel, and you know, free advertising. DJs are a great way to get your music out to new listeners, and it's hard it's hard to live stream or even post a pre-recorded stream of a music mix that you're doing if every single song that you're playing has the risk of copyright strikes hitting your channel. And there's just, in the AI music space, there just isn't that issue, as far as I'm aware. If it has happened, I haven't heard about it, but
yeah, no, that makes sense.
To the legacy music.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. It's funny. I was gonna do some DJ stuff for like my 2-year anniversary, and I keep hearing that, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
Yeah,
I was thinking I might just play bass, but I was like, dude, if I do that, still the same thing might happen. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and some record labels are really obnoxious about it. Like, some record labels, I don't understand why they're like this, but some of them are like, no, if you're gonna listen to this song, you're gonna come to our Talent's channel to find it. There will be no DJ mixes featuring our client's music. Like, okay, then I guess there's no free advertising for your client's music, which means it won't reach new viewers. So they're like deliberately hindering themselves when they do that shit.
Yeah, I guess they don't care, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. But also, the whole AI music thing is something that I was wanting to get into, but I just haven't yet. And Suno seems like it's pretty good, but I don't know.
Suno, I would say, is worth it if you like, because the cheapest paid for subscription on Suno is only like $10, and with that you get the ownership of your music. It's only when you make Suno on the free version that you don't retain ownership of the music that you make on there. But when you pay for it, you do retain ownership, and you can legally do whatever you want with it.
Okay, noted. Because yeah, I was about to say if I could, I'd make a whole set list of music that I just got in my head already, put it through Suno, and then like go from there.
I mean, that's literally what I was doing. I mean, before I got into the whole AI music thing, I had pretty much given up after that copyright strike got threatened against my channel for that one mix that I had spent 3 weeks putting together. But even after Skybrow's content had inspired me to start doing it, I still waited like 3 months or so before I posted anything. And frankly, I'm glad I did start posting, because it started me down a journey of my channel, my account, going from, if I ever get monetized to when am I getting monetized? Because I just checked it earlier today, I am at 2,324 of the 3,000 watch hours that I need for monetization eligibility. So I'm less than 700 hours away from that. And it used to be like a thing that I didn't think would happen, and now it's actually on the verge of happening. So, I'm pretty excited about that, but I'm also still in disbelief because I've had this YouTube account for like 13 years, and I honestly didn't think this day was ever going to come. But it's on its way, and it's because of the content that I'm able to make with AI being my tool for creation.
Hey, hell yeah, dude! Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so from here, what type of music are you making?
So, most of my music gravitates towards electronic and techno music, but I do have a few rock songs, and I have a few metal songs as well. And there's one song in particular that I have released on my Suno page that I have not made a video for yet, called Black Hole Spawn, which is sort of an orchestral deathcore type of metal. So that one's kind of more of a side project. But I got another song that I'm actively making reference art for at the moment, called Ethereality, which is gonna be kind of cool because I sampled my actual singing voice for that one, as opposed to relying on the AI to do all the heavy lifting. So I actually sampled my own voice for that next one, and I sent the links to it to a friend of mine, Diabolical, and another friend of mine, Del Demon. Had them give it a listen, and they're pretty hyped. They're pretty hyped for it. I could send you the link to it too if you want to have like a little preview of the next song that I got working on.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cause like I gotta get into that because I have way too much music that I want to make that I can't make because I don't have, obviously all the stuff for it. But also I find it interesting because you were like, I don't want to spend $6,000 on getting instruments, and it's like, as someone who used to play in band and all that good shit, brother, you could spend $6,000 and still only have one saxophone.
Yeah, it could get, and that $6,000 is just. I'll admit I did pull that number out of my ass because you can get really cheap stuff on a budget if it's on clearance or discounted, or you're buying secondhand from like OfferUp or something like that. But yeah, if you're buying like quality instruments brand new, it gets extremely expensive very quickly.
Yeah, it's like I ain't got time to do that. At some point, I'm gonna have to look into it. It's just like it's not even like that. It looks complicated. Really, the issue was I need to figure out how to make, specifically like hardstyle, melodic euphoric hardstyle, but without having the lyrics, because I couldn't figure out how to like not have them do that, and how to like put the lyrics in for like only the chorus and then have it shut up and not talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to. So I have not tried that specifically, but if I were to try it, the first thing I would try to do is I would, in the lyrics section where you're building your song on Suno, like let's say you want the lyrics for the verses, but you don't want a chorus. You would you got to specify verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, or you could put a bridge between the end of the verse and the end of the chorus and the next verse. But what you could also do is like you got verse 1, your lyrics, and then pre-chorus, you got 2 or 4 lines of lyrics or whatever, and then chorus, and then you deliberately mark it as instrumental, and then you just put bridge where the lyrics would be, and then you go into the next verse after that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to try something like that after I get paid. So there's a bunch of different stuff I gotta try, and I was thinking about doing that on streams because content, gotta make the content. But from here, you're pretty close to getting monetized on YouTube, so that's pretty nice. Do you stream it all?
I don't, but I've been contemplating it for a minute. But I want to get a better PC before I do that, because right now I'm on a decade-old office grade laptop from I don't even know what year it was made, but it was $200 ish when it was brand new. So it's like on the cheap end of the office grade stuff. Like how computer GPUs they have a 4-digit number ranking their processing power.
Yeah.
The the first number for my GPU starts with a 1. It's like a 1030 or something like that. It is as bottom of the barrel as it gets when it comes to processors on laptops. So I need to get a better setup before I want to try to do some live streaming and stuff on a regular basis.
Okay.
But
okay.
I have thought about it, and it is something that I want to do in the future.
All right. Well, then when you do that, will you still be you or?
Yeah. I'm still
Okay.
going to be me. I'm still going to be doing music.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be the main thing I do.
Nice. So how long, like your creation process for a song? How long? What do you think a song would be from start to finish?
From like conceptualization to the actual finished product?
Pretty much.
That really depends on what I'm going for each song, because like my video Strike, I did something that I didn't normally do, because it was the first time that I had experimented with Suno on a PC as opposed to using the Suno mobile app. Because up until I had gotten to Strike, I had been using my phone to do literally everything, because again, my laptop's old, it's got a dingy CPU. I can't trust it to render something that is process heavy or whatever, because it'll hit me with if it gets too hot, it hits me with a black screen that says your PC ran into an issue and needs to restart, and then it'll just restart, and I can't have that when I'm rendering something. So that's why I do everything on my phone. That being said, most of the songs that I do, I'll spend like a couple of hours, 3, 4, maybe 5 hours a day putting tweaks and changes to lyrics and maybe adding some stuff to the styles, and then making a batch of gens to go through to see how close it is to where I want it to be. And sometimes some ideas are easier to execute than others, like this one that I told you about earlier, Ethereality, which is going to be my next one. That one took probably 3 or 4 days on like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours a day before I kind of got it to where I wanted. But for the song Strike, that one took me 13 hours of sitting down and just non-stop tweaking on this, that, and the other. And I had made like 97 different drafts of just that one song before I got it to where I wanted it to be. And then I got hit with writer's block when I was making the video, so that halted the process of getting the music video finished pretty significantly. But when I was making the song, I had consulted Occultus Notitia for some second opinions on like what do you think is the strength and the drawback of these drafts? Like, what do you got any suggestions for what could be here? And we had some back and forth, and while I was in my train of thought asking him a bunch of questions, it sort of hit me like, oh, I should throw in a bit of orchestral to this and see how it goes. And then was it like 4 or 5 hours later, I had the finished song. And then when I was making the video and I got hit with writer's block, it was Renegade Shuriken that I ended up reaching out to be like, yo, man, like what? I'm just trying to brainstorm ideas on how to break up the imagery that was in that video, and it was his idea to do like an orchestral shot for the parts of the video of the song that had, you know, instrumental orchestral bits, and it ended up turning into a really good idea because we had like these highly detailed, somewhat three-dimensional animations for most of the video, and then for the orchestral bits that were instrumental, it was like black and white silhouettes. And so like it was a nice little contrast, and
It's kind of crazy. And there's a lot more to it than people think. And I think it's pretty cool.
There really is. It's like the people that have never done it and they're never going to do it, they're never gonna see like what actually goes on behind the scenes. Like, yes, AI is doing a lot of heavy lifting that traditional legacy style media doesn't do. It streamlines the process is the easiest way to say it. But the vision, the idea, the thing you're trying to bring to life, it still comes from you. You know, like Creamy Manjaro says in Skybrow's video, Cream of the Slop, you know, the art is you. It's not your tools, it's you. You know, a Picasso painting is not a Picasso because he painted it. A Picasso painting is a Picasso because of the art style that is depicted through the medium, which is paint. And the same is true for sketch artists who use pencils and papers, and digital artists that use tablets and drawing pads and whatnot. You know, it's not the art is not the tool you use to create art. The art comes from you, because without you, the tools that are there to make art are just inanimate objects that sit there and do nothing. Without you, the human's input, nothing gets made. And the same is true with AI.
You know, that is just another way of thinking about it. I mean, granted, I agree. I just know there's going to be a lot of people that are blah, I can't believe you're using it. Yeah, I'm assuming, since you seem pretty popping, because multiple people have said, you know, you should talk to this guy, and I was like, I mean, all right, sure, whatever, right? But I'm assuming that, you know, since you know, you're popping, people have been in your comments, whether they be on Twitter or on like YouTube or whatever, being like, I can't believe blah 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 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time I tried to be patient with people that are obnoxiously anti-AI, because it's like at the end of the day, their emotionally charged negativity comes at least partially from a place of ignorance. I mean, there's some people that would probably say it's more than a small part, but there's definitely a lot of ignorance when it comes to people that hate AI. Now, that being said, there is a nuanced way of being against AI as a technology, but it's less about the existence of the technology and more about the way that it's used. You know, Joe Schmo using AI to make pictures or music videos or whatever is not the same type of person that is using AI to replace jobs or spy on people, like corporations and governments. You know, the government and Amazon using AI is not the same as you or me using AI, because we're not taking anybody's jobs away. We're not spying on people. We're making cool shit. And my fucking lamp just fell off the table.
Very good. About to say, are you sure? Are you sure we're not taking people's jobs?
Somewhat.
I'm not gonna lie. If I can somehow take your job by just being myself and just typing things out, and people like my stuff more than yours, I don't know. You might want to rethink what you're doing. Like, I'm not trying. Yeah. It's like I'm not trying to take anyone's job with AI or anything like that. But like, you've seen the people that complain about it, specifically like the artists. They're like, oh yeah, you know, you're taking my job, you know, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. It's like, yeah, like if I can do what you can do, just by typing some stuff out.
it's like Leaflet was saying when somebody was like, "Oh, you're putting talented people and talentless people on the same playing field." Good.
Well, listen, we'll find out real quick who the actual talented people are.
I didn't realize talent meant having thousands of dollars to just blow on art equipment. You own a studio. That's awesome. Cool. Good for you. How am I taking your job? Brother, I don't fucking know. There's a lot of stupidity in it, and the biggest one that gets me personally is the whole you're poisoning the environment, you're sucking up all the water. Like, no, we're not. These data centers that they complain about use sealed systems where they reuse the same batch of water however many times. You know, they're not constantly taking a fresh supply of water and just expelling it after it's used for cooling the CPUs and whatnot one time. They have a set amount that they recycle thousands of times. It's like those ice packs where you know you got to put water into the ice pack in order to freeze it and use it. You're not putting fresh water in it every single time. You're putting one batch of water in it and reusing it 1,000 times.
I mean, come on now. You can't expect people to know that or, you know, think or have common sense.
No, I can and I will because I'm delusional.
Yeah, fair enough. I know how that is. There's a certain level of common sense I expect people to have, and when they don't have it, I'm just like, oh, okay, now I'm irrationally angry.
Like, you need the warning label to know that the stove is hot. Okay.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Oh my god. Did you know instructions on a shampoo bottle were made for you? God, I love it.
You're the reason they put "Don't stand near the cliff" signs near cliff edges.
Seriously. Did you know you could breathe, walk, and chew gum at the same time? Revolutionary stuff.
Whoa! Really? Holy shit, I had no idea.
I know, insane how that works. Anyway.
Multitasking is a myth.
Where is it? There it is. So, you know, you said that Skybrowse kind of like inspired you to start like doing this type of stuff. So for what are the other AI models that you use and whatnot?
AI models? You mean like the tools I use to put my stuff together?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So what I've been using up to this point, and I'm probably going to keep using it until I can get a better setup and, you know, get into the better animation tools. For the entire time that I've been putting videos out, I have been using Suno for the music, ChatGPT for the reference images, and then I will use Grok Imagine for the actual animation side of it, and then I'll stitch everything together in an editing app that I use called InShot. Most people that do video edits these days are using CapCut, and what was it, about a week or two ago, I got to see what CapCut's UI and whatnot was actually like on a PC, and like my friend Diabolical was saying, CapCut on PC makes InShot on mobile look like Microsoft Paint. but then you could ask him too, like you could ask him off stream or whatever, or if he's in the comments, you know, he'll tell you that watching me stitch videos together and do edits and shading and light changes and filters and visual effects on this app that looks like Microsoft Paint, like in his own words, it's like watching a guy with a toothpick paint a masterpiece.
Okay.
I was busting up when he said that, because like that's a wild thing to say.
Again, no, fair enough. But I get it.
No, Diabolical. He's one of my day ones.
It's funny, I forgot who I was talking to, but somebody the other day brought up day ones, and I was just like, huh. You know, I technically have day ones, because like I know there's some people that are like, you know, here, there, and like you know, I don't know, I don't want to, because I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but it seems like they're on. I don't know what to say about that. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not used to having people like actually interested in anything I do. This whole making content for people is weird. It's like I've been doing this for, well, I've been streaming for like 6 years, but I've only been doing VTubing for like a year and a half. But like VTubing kind of popped off more, so it's weird to have like people here. I don't know, it's odd. But you said day ones. I'm assuming you have like day ones in your comments and whatnot, and for YouTube and stuff.
I got a few day ones in my comments. Yeah. If I had to pick just 3 to be like my day ones, it would be Diabolical, Sir Squintifer. He used to go by Sir Squintifer, but now it's just Sir Squints. Cinevere calls him Squishy. I'm not sure how that got started, but that's a thing now. And then one of my other day ones is a guy who goes by the name of Del Demon. He's a really good friend of mine as well.
Do you know any of them IRL, or is it just like you started and they were there?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much just started and they were there. I do have my girl who's my IRL day one. And then I got some friends that I've known for like a year and a half on VR chat. They've been supportive. There's a few of them that don't like AI because of what I was saying earlier with how corporations and government can use it to like punish people or spy on people, but they just like my cousin, they have nuanced takes on it. Like they know the difference between a guy using it to make music videos and a government using it to spy on people. And so like that's their position on it. But they're supportive of me and the fact that like my channel is growing and that I'm on the verge of hitting monetization eligibility. So I'm grateful for that. I consider myself blessed because of that.
Nice.
They could have very easily been like, "Oh, you use AI, you're the fucking devil. Get out of my life. I can't believe I was friends with you." They could have very easily been like that, but they weren't. And
True.
I'm super grateful for that.
True. It's funny. I've recently gone through a bit of a change in my life where a lot of the people I know that would have been like that are just now not here, which kind of sucks because I've known them for like a decade. But I know for a fact if they started watching what I was doing and hearing what I was saying, well, we wouldn't be friends anyway. So yeah. It's very unfortunate. But I've come into some new friends, and it's weird because like I was thinking about it again with the day ones because like technically I have day zeros, and now I also have some day ones. And it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. But since you're here, how much? And I should have asked couple. There's so many people. Good lord, there's so many people I talked to. I'm getting names mixed up. That's Sir Squints fellow. I've heard that name before too. I don't know why, and I don't know where, but I think, does he make stuff?
He does. He does make stuff periodically. I haven't seen any recent uploads from him recently because he's had some IRL stuff to sort of keep him busy, and then he's also if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this. Somebody in the chat will probably have to correct me on this, but I believe he's moderating between like 2 or 3 different servers on top of having his IRL responsibilities. So it's kind of been on the back burner when it comes to making new content, but he wants to get back into it whenever he's able to do so.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's like I was just thinking because there's like I want to do stuff with like a bunch of other people because like after doing these interviews, it turns out there's a lot of people that have a lot of similar interests, but apparently like they don't know each other, and it's like, how you guys do this pretty much the exact same thing. So it's like you, me, and there's like a couple other people. I think it'd be kind of cool if we all just kind of like sat down and spitball some ideas for like a song or whatever, or like a series of songs or some shit. I think that'd be kind of cool. But like, is that something you'd be down with or what?
What, to like collab on some music?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah. I want to ask before just like assuming and whatnot. There's good lord, there's so many fucking people. But from here, no. So you know, you've been doing this. You have friends that do this. Even the friends that don't do this are supportive. How much of like your IRL life goes into your music, or is it like completely separate?
There are some elements of my IRL life that goes into the music. Like when I did my 2-parter special when I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. The first part was a 17-minute long continuous mix of 5 separate tracks that were all unreleased. And then the part 2 of that, Look at Us Now, there's shots in there where I'm sitting in a fucking metal folding chair. I don't actually use one for my desk chair, but it's still like a $6 chair that I got from Goodwill like 6 months ago or some shit like that. Point is, I showed my character, in a hoodie and some sweatpants, making stuff on his phone while the laptop is on the table, blue screened. My laptop's not quite fried yet, but it's blue screened on me a couple times, so it's not too far off. But and then as I started posting stuff and posting more and more videos and songs and whatnot, more and more people started finding my channel and reacting to my channel. And as far as reactions go, I want to give a special shout out to a few people: Ofted Fatosh, Griffin Knight, Ember Paradox. Lusty Links has seen a couple of my stuff. When Lusty Links and Ember Paradox did their collab stream, that was when Ember pulled up my song "From the Dark" for them to react to, and it had both of them like in tears. And somebody in their comments was talking about how I managed to make the two yappiest VTubers shut up and lock in. It must be a superpower or some shit. It was kind of funny. But Keen the Pirate is another guy who I want to shout out because he's been another huge supporter of mine from very early on the reaction side of things.
Okay, a couple people in chat are like, you're not giving yourself enough credit. That many such cases when creators come on my show. But then also someone was like, I should ask them about the song "Rescue" collaborated on. Could you explain that a little bit?
Yes, so that one was the result of a happy little accident because it started out as, he just wanted me to give God, Diabolical's in the chat. He will correct me if I get this wrong. I'm trying to just go off of memory here. He wasn't sure about what sound he wanted to go for when it came to this batch of lyrics that he had put together, and he wanted my input on it just to see what could be made, right? And so after making like, what was it, 5 or 6 different drafts of a few different styles, I went back on a whim to some instrumental stuff that I had made just for the hell of it, and I was like, hold on, would you mind if I like put these lyrics on this instrumental I got just to see how it comes out? And I swear to God, it was like the what was it? I think I made like 6 or 8 different drafts. I just hit generate 4 times to create 2 songs per generation, and I just went through the batch, and I was like, dude, this is the one. This is it. You got to listen to this right now. And he was like, dude, you should fucking post it. And I was like, what kind of video should I do for it? Like, should I just do a lyric video or like a still image or like a full-fledged music video? How would I do a full-fledged music video for a song that's all about, resting at the proverbial campfire? And it sort of like hit me like a brick once I realized, oh, I could just do a clean looping animation of somebody chilling at a campfire as the sun rises and sets on a time lapse loop, and that ended up being what it became, and it's one of my favorite songs.
Okay. I have so many ideas for stuff, and I got to figure out how to do that. So I was wondering within like the next week or so, because I just got a job and I gotta get paid and all that good stuff. If I boot up soon, one of these days, can I pick your brain on some stuff on how to get it to work?
Dude, absolutely. I'm always down to help people learn how to do this stuff, because other people were there to help me out and give me tips and whatnot when I wanted to learn stuff. So I think I'd be an asshole if I flipped a 180 and was like, no, if I need help, you need to give me tips, but if you want my help, nah, screw you, figure it out for yourself. That's some dick move shit.
It's funny because I've met people like that. So also,
yeah,
DJ Arkham's here too.
Yeah, what's up, DJ Arkham? I was just talking about you, dude. We were talking so much shit, dude.
He really was, bro. He said your dick smelly. You should do something about it.
Dude, it smells like cheese. I can smell it. No.
Yeah, I was about to say no. For real, he was singing your praises and whatnot. So I was just like, oh, okay. And I know we've seen your name a couple. I've seen both of your names a couple times, and I feel like one of you guys were the one that were telling me that I should talk to him. So, thank you for that. If that was you, I don't know. Again, I talk to so many people, and I'm so much going on. So again, thank you for that. Also, I very much appreciate that you guys are on YouTube watching as well, because that's another thing that I got to do. I got to get those YouTube numbers up. I'm close to 500. I don't really have the watch time, but I got to get back to making these reactions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But tell me the experience, or I guess the experience and like your workflow when you make gens with Imagine, because like I want to do the same thing, but every time I use Imagine, like I don't know, bro, just like the anatomy's off and all this extra stuff. And I saw a little clip of what you did, and I was just like, how do I do that or something like it?
Which clip, if you don't mind me asking?
Where is it? At least I really hope this was yours, because I was on your page. Where'd it go? Am I not on your page anymore? What? Where did you? Oh, okay. That's that Charlie thing. I did want to talk to you about that. That was kind of funny.
The Charlie thing?
Yeah, you posted. I think you reposted something. Yeah, you reposted something from Yeet. It was like, "What a shock! The King of Midwits has a prank take tailored for other midwits."
Yeah. So, yeah, I know. Charlie White has magnitudes. Like that motherfucker could cough and send more hatred towards my channel than there are people subscribed to my channel, right? Because he's just one of those massive creators. He can just do that if he really wanted to. But no, I used to be somebody that would watch his stuff, like when he's commenting on like shit that happens with Pokemon scalpers, or when he's reacting to police chases and shit like that. I used to watch his videos, but then like I started getting into AI as a tool for creation, and then that's when I started seeing videos of him having these really stupid takes when it comes to AI and data centers and whatnot. And holy shit, people were just, the people that are like standing for him are so ridiculous, because I saw what happened on Keen's channel after he started throwing shade at Charlie, and I was just like, fuck, man, these people are fucking ridiculous. Like I'm kind of glad I don't watch his content anymore, because I don't want to be part of that fucking crowd of rabid maniacs who are just gonna clap at whatever Charlie says, because King Charlie is Jesus 2.0, and so he needs to be treated like his opinions are worth more than their weight in gold. And no, fuck that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It doesn't matter how many people want to try and tell you that you're right. If you're fucking wrong, you're fucking wrong.
No, that's true.
And he was talking about how like, oh, these AI data centers are, they suck up all the clean water, and they're pouring all the sludge and bullshit back into the environment for the rest of us to start drinking. And he even admits before he says that this is a crack pipe theory, and that he should put his tinfoil hats on his dicks and shit like that. And it's, I don't know. Part of me thinks he doesn't actually believe half the shit that comes out of his mouth when it comes to that stuff. But I can't be bothered to try to figure it out with him anymore. I just don't care.
I mean, just whenever I see goofy stuff, I'll end up going over and watching. I used to watch him like quite regularly, and then I was like, I don't know what happened. I guess literally just for saying it, I guess I grew up. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, and I just don't watch the shit anymore.
It's hilarious too, because the same guy that is shitting on AI and data centers and whatnot is the same guy that used to glaze a YouTube creator by the name of, I don't know if it's Glorb or Blorg,
it's
or
Glorb.
Whatever, or
it's Glorb.
It's Glorb.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Glorb.
I was gonna say like there's got to be some copycat channels or something like that, because I've seen at least 3 different versions of Blorg's name, or Glorb. See, I'm getting it mixed up already. But Point is that that motherfucker definitely used AI at least for the music, and Charlie was glazing him up, talking about how badass these gangster SpongeBob raps were.
I mean, personally, I fuck with him, but I was never one of those.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't use. I hate AI. It's terrible. It's like, I mean, all right, whatever, dude. 'Cause I thought they were great, but also 1 second. Shout out Diabolical, okay? Because apparently Diabolical told me in DMs.
Oi.
And then DJ Arkham, you said you watched my interview with Chi, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know who that is. I've gotten to the point where it's just like I talk to so many people, and I call different people different things, and I was like, I feel like I don't know who you're talking about, and I kind of feel bad about it. It's,
Chiro Chikage. He's the Chiro.
Okay, yeah, the dude from right, a couple days ago, yesterday. I don't know. It's all fucking no, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, it was from yesterday.
Okay. And then that clip that I was telling you that I saw of yours, it's of this dude that's walking down like a pathway with like what looks like the ocean like flowing over him, and there's like
that's from Sailing Through the Noise.
yeah, that I was like I feel like I could type something like that, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. I'd have to see. Like I wanted to pick your brain about how this came to be.
So that particular shot, it's actually kind of, I was gonna say it's kind of funny, but there's really no ha-ha to it. But anyway, so some of the settings for that video came from the fiction story that actually gave birth to the character that I started using as the face of my channel. Because there's a story writing app called Fantasia, which is an AI-powered story writing app that is formatted specifically for long-form storytelling. And
really?
And I used to just make stories on there just for fun. Like I had no plans on sharing anything. I did kind of want to try to get all of it on like Notepad and like manually retype out the entire thing from start to finish. But the problem I ran into was that the memory logs for the chatbots I was using to make this story, I had nearly maxed out 4 separate chatbots on that app to make this story, and trying to go back to the very beginning was causing it to lag. It was causing the app to lag to the point where it would just force close. So so there was no harvesting that story out of that app to try to put it on a like some sort of like novel thing or whatever on Microsoft Notepad. And then, but I got to a point with my channel fairly early on where I was like, I need a character for my channel. Like, what kind of character should I do? Should I make like a medieval fantasy knight? Should I do a Viking character? Should I do some type of alien? And then I don't know when it hit me exactly, but like every other epiphany that hits you out of left field like a brick, I was like, I'll just use the character I made in that fucking story. And then I used ChatGPT to tell it what my character looked like, what the color scheme, the mask with the red gemstone, the gold and white suit, etc. And that's how my character came to life and became the face of my channel.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, so I was going to ask about that. Well, there you go. Also, I forgot that other people call him Chi. I called him Kage. That's why I was like, who the fuck is this Chi nigga? It's like, no, fair enough.
Oi, oi, oi.
Ask him if he's from Iraq. Yeah, I was. It's funny. That was my next question.
Who said that? Was it Diabolical?
Yeah, that was Diabolical. Yeah.
You fucker. Oh man, no. So no. So the answer to that question is no. I'm not actually from Iraq, but it's fucking funny that he said that though, because the first person that I ever got, it's not really an interview, but I joined Ofted Fatosh for a live stream when she was reacting to my video From the Dark, and somebody in chat asked me if I was actually from Iraq, and the exact words that came out of my mouth were, "No,
Damn. Fucking hell, dude.
I'm a white boy from America."
Greatest country on the planet. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, holy shit.
Okay, well, I do have another question for you, and obviously, feel free to say no. but you know, you've mentioned it, and a bunch of other people in chat have mentioned it. I mean, you wouldn't mind if we did it. We did a reaction in the interview from the deep right now, would you, or no? Or
But from the dark,
yeah, from the dark.
we
Then-
could if you want.
That's
mean-
why I asked you. I don't mind.
I mean,
Hey, Bear,
sure.
what's going on, man? By the way, speaking of day one, technically Paper's that like he's the day one. I'm like day zeros. So it's just like whenever I say that, I'm just like I feel bad for Paper because Paper just is like he's always here. I don't even know how he found me. He just showed up one day and he hasn't left.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like that's what we like Paper around here. Also, Paper, I saw your Google the doc form thing that I did for you, or that you did for me about modding. I was gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna take a look at that. We're gonna do that after stream. It just like popped up, so we're gonna do it. I gotta get mods and stuff for my stream. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Fair.
Hold on, let me pause this and go to YouTube because I do want to see this because like when the name of the song reminded me. Have you ever played League of Legends?
I have not.
Okay. Well, don't worry about it and don't. There's the name of the song reminds me of a character in that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this right now. The subject matter of From the Dark is pretty heavy. I'm gonna say that right now.
All right. Actually, could you send the link to that? Because
Yes.
I looked for it and it was just like, oh, what are you talking about? And then I also put your name and it was like, oh yeah, here's more news clips. It's like, oh right, yeah, he literally just talked about this.
But yeah, it also probably doesn't help you specifically that I did change my name to Highlander with the fancy HA.I.Lander spelling.
Fair, yeah. Also, yeah, thanks you DJ for stopping by. Also, don't work too hard. You don't get paid enough for that, unless you do.
Yeah.
Lucky you. This thing. So, well, I'm gonna tell you right now that when I listen to music, I like to listen to the music first and then listen to the lyrics next. So, like, is that cool? Listening to the song twice or no?
Absolutely, man. Like I actually prefer it for reactions because like for people who haven't seen content before, it gives them a better chance to actually like pick up on the vibe of the song as opposed to like, oh, I'm reacting to this video for the very first time. Let me pause it every 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's like I'm not trying to do all that. So yeah, okay. I didn't realize it was 6 minutes, so I'm still game. But yeah, I was gonna listen to it like through once to get the music and then listen to it again for the lyrics. So
Yeah.
chat, you know, you understand what's going. Oh, hold on, let me
Yeah.
make it so you can see it. There you go.
I will say, like, besides the actual subject matter of what the song talks about, this was a big video for me, in part because it was the first time I actually took a real stab at proper visual storytelling, and I think I managed to do a pretty good job at that.
Okay. Well,
And then that other video you talked about, sailing through the noise with the shot of the guy walking on the bridge and the fucking ocean vortex thing acting as a tunnel for him to walk through.
Yeah.
That was the second time that I had tried to push myself to do better visual storytelling, and that ended up working out pretty well as well.
sick. Okay. Now, are you watching the stream?
I do. I have it muted on my phone, but I got it up on my phone.
Okay. So you can see it. Cool.
Oi.
Yeah, I enjoy the job. Well, there you go. Hell yeah. All right, so we're gonna watch this twice. All right, I don't want to hear anybody. Oh, I can't really watch. No, shut up. Anyway, let me turn this up.
from the ceiling fan. Pills spill like broken teeth. Phone full of messages I'd never read. Tried to say goodbye in ink. Folded notes I'd never send. Every mirror, every drink. Turned my own reflection into an enemy. But I built a fire from the dark. From the nights I almost tore myself apart. From the cuts, from the calls, from the this is all my fault. I turned every scar into a spark. I built a fire from within the dark. Now it burns bright in my hands.
So you can light your own fire.
From the embers where I
Doctor said you're doing fine, while I practice dying in my mind, counting ways to disappear, like it was the only thing I'd ever learned. I hated every laughing face, 'cause the sky for staying blue. Thought my whole life was a waste, till I found there was a crack of light in me too. And I built a fire from the dark, from the nights I almost tore myself apart. From the cuts, from the calls, from the this is all my fault. I turned every scar into a spark. I built a fire from within the dark. Now it burns bright here in my hands. So you can light your own fire.
from the embers where I stand. If you're on the edge at 3 a.m., breathing like your ribs might cave in.
Hold on,
If you think your name means lost, I've
carried that burden like a cross. Take this glow, this tired flame. It was born from the same deep pain. I know if my heart can make it through, then I know there's a wildfire deep inside of you. We'll build a fire from the dark, from the nights we almost tore ourselves apart. From the cuts,
from the calls, from the this is all my fault. We'll turn every scar into a spark.
yeah.
We'll build a fire from the dark. Let it burn.
Let it burn.
Let it burn. Let it bright right here where we stand. Till the broken and the brave
Oi, oi, oi.
Can see the light and take our hands.
Hmm. Hmm. Very interesting. Question.
Yes.
Just to be sure. And then this did this relate? You said something about this relating to you or something, or did I hear that wrong?
No, if you check the description, like you'll see, and maybe even in just the pinned comment of the comment section, like I have had experience with. Like, are we going by like YouTube TOS? So I can't say the word, or can I just say the word?
Oh yeah, brother, I don't care. Someone said the N word like 6 times in 30 seconds last like 2, 3 interviews ago. You're good.
Okay, yeah. So in case you didn't already pick up on it, the song is about suicide, and
Yeah.
I between the ages of 8 and 24 or 23, I had made probably 4 separate suicide attempts in my life. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like when you have had a ton of exposure to that type of darkness, it's the type of thing that can take anybody down. And there's a lot of successful people like Robin Williams, unfortunately, who became very successful, but was still battling that darkness behind the scenes the entire time that we've all known about him, and it didn't really become obvious until after his death. And so it's one of those things where, for this song in particular, I wanted to tell a story about it, but what I didn't want to do was take the viewer or the listener into that trench and just leave them there, like a lot of songs that talk about it do. Like I brought this up with Nasky Holy Goddess on my interview with her yesterday. There's a rapper by the name of NF who's a very talented rapper and a very talented artist, but he's got a
NF.
song. You may or may not have heard the song then, but he's got a song where he talks about his struggle with suicide, and the thing, as beautiful and dark as that song was, like it like as a listener, it left me feeling like he dragged me into that trench and just left me there to find my own way out. And and that's like the one common thing that I've noticed on any song that's ever talked about the subject. And for my song, I didn't want to do that. Like I wanted to give the viewer, the listener, like a way of, showing them the way out. Like and like with the scene with the candle lights on the third time that they appear. The first 2 times that candlelight appears, it expands and it grows into something beautiful, something that's very artsy and expressive, and it's visually beautiful to look at. But for the third time, I wanted it to be like a symbolism for, you're not alone in this darkness. There are other people in that darkness with you that are a lot closer than you realize. And that's with the scene where the candles start multiplying and then they turn into pillars of fire, and those pillars of fire becomes the light that illuminates the darkness and shows all these people that thought that they were alone that they're actually not alone.
Understandable. Symbolism's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I picked up when I was listening to it. I was like, okay. Yeah, the visuals do add a lot to it, provided you were listening. So, but all right, okay. Yeah, it is very heavy subject matter, and I do feel what you were saying, how you were in this for a very long time, and it's very interesting that I was literally just talking to someone else about this today. So the fact that it came up again, kind of insane. This is kind of insane. Now,
If it happens a third time, it's a sign.
yeah, I was about to say
A
it's
sign of what? That remains to be seen. But
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about, because it's just like, where do I go from here? Because this was something that I had to figure out myself, and I did, and it took me forever. And which is interesting, because especially when you said the age ranges, and I was just like, brother, how do you know that? Because everything that you just said was essentially me, and I was like, brother, are you spying on me, bro? Like, crazy.
no, I just I have. How do I phrase this? I have a lot more familiarity with that type of darkness than most people that have had a brush with it.
Yeah.
Because like with those age ranges, 8 to 24, that
Mhm.
means the first time I tried to take my own life was when I was just 8 years old. And the story behind that is I was like I got learning disabilities, right? ADHD and an auditory processing deficit. That basically meant I was an IEP kid from like elementary school onward, and it also made me a very easy target for bullies.
Mhm.
I didn't exactly have a good home life either. I had, my dad was in my life, but he was divorced for my mom, so and they've been divorced my whole life, and they've never lived in the same zip code ever. Like the whole time I've known them, they've never been in the same zip code. They've rarely been in the same state even. Anyway, I got diagnosed with clinical depression at the age of 8 from a doctor, and he prescribed Prozac as an antidepressant. And the
For an
first night that
8-year-old?
yeah, for an 8-year-old as an antidepressant.
Oh my god.
And the first night, the very first night that I was on it, it got to be around bedtime, and I had written out a suicide note that I had left on the kitchen counter with the intention of having it be found the next morning. And what I had tried to do was put something over my head and around my neck to where, it like I the idea that I had in my 8-year-old brain was that I wanted to kill myself in my sleep. And my mom ended up going to the kitchen in the middle of the night for a midnight snack, saw the note, woke me up, and here I still am. And that was the first of 4 different times that I had tried to take my own life. And so yeah, I've got some experience with it, with that darkness, and I can't put enough emphasis on it that if you ever feel like life is caving in on you from all angles and you think that there's no way out and you're just full of despair, there is a way out and you are not alone. And it's like the end of the video. It's like I put at the end of the video, reach out to somebody. That attempt to reach out could be the thing that saves your life.
Very true. Very true. Now, seeing this from like going into your head and then actually like putting it out there, I feel like pretty cathartic. And now that you're here and you're seeing it and you're seeing so many people resonate with it, how does that feel?
It brings a tear to my eye, honestly. Like I had when everywhere. I'm sorry, I'm tripping up on my words. That's that auditory processing shit. Anyway, whenever I go back to the comment sections of videos like From the Dark, or even the first one that got me on everybody's radar, which was Look to the Sky, which is it's another 6-minute long song, but it's just a still image on the whole song, and it's got over 12,000 views on it right now. It's my most viewed video by a long shot, and it's not even technically a video. It's just a song. But every time I go into the comment sections of that song, From the Dark, and a few others, it warms my heart to the point of bringing tears to my eyes, because it reminds me that there are, in fact, a lot of people that are being touched by my music in ways that I didn't anticipate and sometimes didn't expect. So it's a carpet bombing of wholesomeness that reminds me that I am in fact on the right path and that I was essentially meant to do this.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I was about to say, put it out there. It got what it got, and I was just like, motivated, inspired, passionate about what you're doing.
Yep.
And I noticed that in the chat you were like, I think it was you. I don't know who said it. Someone said it. I don't know. Well, you believe that this is the most important work that you've put out to date. And do you think it'll be like that until something better, or do you think this will be the most important thing you've put out, like no matter how long it's been?
I think even 10 years down the road from now, it will still be among the top 5 most important songs that I'll have ever made, if not top 3, just because of the subject matter. And the fact that there's an element of I guess it's mostly because of the fact that it's to let people that are suffering through it know that they're not alone and that there are people they can reach out to get the help, and that it could be the thing that saves their life. Because frankly, like, even though I've got that experience with it, I'm glad I'm still here because I've essentially found my calling. I was 32 when it happened, but I found it.
Hey, well, there you go. And I mean, if it makes it feel any better, Colonel Sanders was like 80 something when he found his calling. So
Shit.
yeah, so you know, there you go. Now, on a I don't know, depending on how you take it, because I don't want to take away from what you're saying, but I also don't want to end the interview, you know, somber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's no, sorry.
Okay, so there's actually like a lesser viewed video of mine that I really enjoy. It's not even a minute long, but it's a pretty good little meme video I did way back when. I'm gonna send you the link here on Discord.
I was about to say, send me the link, because I do want to talk about the musical elements and the song, simply because both of us make music. I don't do it AI yet, so that'll be very momentarily.
This one is more of a meme than anything. It's not even a minute long, but it's about another VTuber by the name of Psychro in his casino. You know.
Oh, dude! I was talking to this guy not too long. I didn't know he was in fucking where he's from, the time zone. Oh my god! I was gonna interview him like 3 days ago or whatever, but the time zones are so fucked. And I was like, oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't know what country he's from specifically. Mainly, I also never asked, but I do know that he is living somewhere in Europe.
Yeah,
that's about all I know.
Yeah, it's like, I wasn't gonna say it just to be sure, because I don't know, but I will take a look at that after we're done with this, if that's cool with you.
It's a pretty funny video. It's literally just the chorus from his theme song. I am Psychro, gas mask on, and I'm ready to go. I am Psychro, and then like it gets to the end of the chorus, right? And he's tap dancing in his casino, right? But then he like looks over at somebody, and then he looks again, and he stops dancing and pulls out a gun and just shoots the guy.
I love it. All these were made in Imagine?
Yes.
Huh.
The animation side of it was, yes.
Yeah.
The images were not. They were done with GPT.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fucking hilarious. I love that video.
Now, about the song From the Dark, really I wanted to hammer in the cello and the violin at the beginning of that. That was amazing. I was like, you have no idea how much I wanted to pause that like right then and just tell you, this is fantastic. Setting the mood, specifically with those instruments and for the subject matter, phenomenal. That was amazing. The only thing that I wish is that they were more present throughout the song. And I was thinking the entire time as I was listening to the music, I was like, I really hope those come back. And they did a bit. But you know how you've seen SNL, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you know how there's that one skit with Will Ferrell where it's like more cowbell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more violins,
I know
more cellos. All right, I was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, this is already a masterpiece. So that was great. I gotta pick your brain about that. At some point.
we could check Strikeout before we end the interview, because there's a lot more orchestras in that one. But getting back to From the Dark, here's the thing about From the Dark. If you listen very closely, you'll hear that it's not just a cello, it's an electric cello, and it's what's producing most of the bass between the beat throughout the entirety of the song.
It's funny because I was going to bring that up, because as soon as I heard it, I was like, there's something to this cello. There's more there's more volume to it. Not necessarily in like the actual pitch or the decibels, but it's giving more fullness. It has a more rich tone to it that you're not going to get out of just a simple violin or a simple cello. So there's something to it. I was going to ask you about that. I was like, okay, so that's what that was. Because I picked that up immediately because it made my ears perk, my good man. I was like, the man of taste and flavor.
So if you listen back to it again and you like hyperfixate on just the cello, you're gonna hear it prominently throughout the bass of the song. especially in those bits where it's doom. Well, I gotta fix my auto muting sensitivity crap on this mic. Okay,
I was about to say, yeah, mine caught it because like as it was playing, I was humming
playing,
that
it cut
part.
out, right?
Yeah, with that too, but I was humming that part of the cello like during the entire song, and I was like, I don't think I ended up muting my mic because I was like, I really hope they didn't hear that. But I was like, This
Yeah,
he's a
so
composer, okay? He's a
Yeah,
he's a
so you
poet
got
with
the-
the music.
I guess so. But yeah, so you've got the beat, which is like the kicks on the half counts for the beat are incredibly subtle in regards to like the actual beat, which is very consistently heard. But the actual like bass from the cello is and then you've got the then it creates that I guess harmony. Well, maybe not. Maybe harmony is not the right word. Synchronization, whatever the right word for it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. It was definitely fun getting the cello to electric cello. I gotta specify electric cello.
Yeah, because like, they're not the same. It sounds similar. They're not the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like electric violin, for example. If you could play an electric violin, play some arpeggios and legatos on a fucking electric violin and have it sound like a guitar.
Yeah, that was nice. Like that was very nice. That was very nice. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the really pay attention more to the lyrics and whatnot. But yeah, I like that. I'm gonna have to pick your brain because a lot of especially the first part of that. Picture the violins and cellos mixed either with heavy metal or hard style, and that's kind of the genre, the vibe that I was going for. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, this guy knows. I definitely got to talk to this guy. I love
that you said mixing that with heavy metal because my brother Strike, I go back to that song right there. That's probably like the second time, maybe third time I've mentioned it today. Holy shit.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give that a listen. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that's something that's something I'll do on stream. I'll do a reaction to that too, because like you're really hyping me up for it. So it's like, oh, we'll do that on stream when I don't have an interview or before an interview. I don't know what I have tomorrow. I have to look at my schedule. Good lord, I have so much on my schedule. Anyway,
you're definitely gonna like it, man. If you want some good like orchestral metal, you're gonna have a fun time with that one.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what it's all about. Why didn't you just full screen the whole thing? No, don't do that. Oh, we're gonna close that. We're gonna do this. And now I want to look at that Psycho thing real quick.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so fucking. I love it.
I am Psycho, gas mask on, and I'm ready to go on. I am Psycho, shotguns blazing, take it fast or slow. I am Psycho, the friendly survival specialist. Step into the fire, I'll get you through this mill.
I love it. Also, I like how in the first part how it looks like he was wearing the pants where one side was black, one side was red, but when he moved his leg in a certain way, it kind of like switched colors. It made the pants look really cool. Actually, that was pretty sick. Actually, I like that.
I just like the part where he's just vibing and he sees somebody cheating in his casino and just shoots him dead right then and there.
I mean, what else are you gonna do
straight
to
out of
cheaters?
Fallout,
Right? That's another game I need to play, especially New Vegas. Gotta play that. I haven't played that yet.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I used to play the shit out of New Vegas when it first came out. And then Steam, I doubt they're still doing the sale on it, but Steam had a sale where you could get Fallout New Vegas and all of the DLC as a bundle, and I paid less than $10.
Nice. Okay. Gonna keep my eye out for that, and we'll go from there. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. I have a lot to look up. I have a lot to do too. Actually, I'm gonna have to like plan a day to like stream that stuff because like Rainazor is in the chat and homie's like, yeah, he's the GOAT. And it's like, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna have to let you know what I'm gonna do. Look at all of his stuff. We'll go from there.
You could, you could take a page right out of Penny Bloomfield's book and do a batch reaction.
Yeah, that was the idea. I was gonna pick a couple of videos of yours, do a reaction to that, and then see where Chad is, and then go from there and be like, so these are the ones that I picked, but what do you guys want to see? Or is there any of them that I specifically need to watch? It'll be like a whole, make it more interactive instead of just sitting there like watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I got you.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I think I have time. I don't know if I'm interviewing someone Friday. I know. Cause I got a collab Thursday. I think I've interviewed. Yeah, that's tomorrow. I've interviewed tomorrow, then a collab, and then I don't think I'm doing anything Friday. So I'll probably do it Friday.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll make a post about it or some shit. But also before we wrap up, I always ask all of my all of the guests that are on the show. Do you have any knowledge, any wisdom, any inspirational quotes you want to give to chat before we head off?
I actually do, and I've been saying this a lot recently because I'm actually going to quote another VTuber of all people. I was saying this this is another thing I was saying on Nasky's interview yesterday. Chibi Doki, legendary VTuber. Fucking who doesn't love the pink haired gremlin? You know, who doesn't love that little derpy gremlin? It was during her reaction to episode 6 of The Amazing Digital Circus. She wasn't talking about the episode when she said this, but she was talking about toxic people and how no matter how good you try to be, it doesn't matter if you're the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. If you only ever do good things for other people, there will always be somebody that hates you. And so you shouldn't give a crap about what they think about what you do with your life, because those people are going to cheer when you fail. So why would you want them around when you succeed?
True.
So I guess the takeaway is, if people are just going to be haters for the sake of being haters, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Just treat them like they don't exist. If they come at you with some like respectful, constructive criticism, that's one thing. But if they're just throwing shade for the sake of throwing shit, then just swat them away like flies.
True.
Just ignore them.
We love
Eventually, they'll find somebody else to go and rage bait, because bullies, they don't want somebody who's gonna ignore them or fucking fight them. They want an easy target. They want somebody that's going to be easy for them to harass.
Yeah.
And there's multiple ways to not be that person. First and foremost is to just fucking ignore them. And if simply ignoring them doesn't work, that's what the block button's for. Bye.
Very true. Block and mute, brother. Oh, they
Yep.
go hand in hand. Name a more iconic duo. Oh wait.
Peanut butter and jelly, fight me.
No, valid. That's valid. That's valid. But
No, you're supposed to argue with me, damn it.
Oh yeah, fuck. I'm so bad at that.
No,
Oh,
I'm just
the-
fucking with you, man.
Oh my
No,
god.
this was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, it's about the time, man. You're a great guest, and I look forward to seeing all of the other stuff that you do. Also, a lot of people have been singing your praises for a while in my chat every once in a blue moon, because I'll ask, who do you want to see? I was like, who do you want to see on the show? And they're just like, you and Velasco, apparently, as well. So I'm glad I got you, now I got to get Velasco. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. I also got to thank you for your time, because, busy. Seems like you're busy, especially with all the stuff you're putting out. Also being so close to being monetized. So, yeah.
I try to be busy.
I feel that. But, other than that, you have a good rest of your night, man.
You too, brother.
All right, dog. Peace.
Peace.
Well, there you go. Another interview in the books. And again, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. I know people have seen my interviews and whatnot with people. A lot of the stuff, same stuff, kind of gets rehashed when I ask, you guys have any knowledge or wisdom to drop on chat. And I just think it's very interesting that a lot of people are saying the exact same thing. So if you don't take it from me, you don't take it from somebody else, pretty much every other interview, the exact same thing. So we're gonna go from there. We're gonna call this one a day, and I want to raid the 9s. So you guys go say hi to her and all that good stuff. I want to thank everyone for being here. It was I gotta do a schedule. They gotta do a schedule, at least when I'm streaming or whatever. We'll go from there, so more people understand what's going on. Because not every day I have an interview, but when I do, I feel like I need to do more promotions for it. I'm just really bad at that because a whole bunch of other stuff. But I mean, y'all know 9s, obviously. Go say hi. Be normal, I guess. I don't know. But I'll see y'all in the next stream tomorrow. Peace.